there once was a queen by the name of Katherine Parr. She was the 6th wife of the vengeful King Henry VIII.
I think you both know I'm a fan of both of your work, but there's going to be people out there that have never seen anything you've done before. For those people, what's the first thing you'd like them watching and why from your resume?
I think maybe I would choose my first ever film, my Swedish film, Till det som är vackert och pure, much shorter in English. Yeah, because, you know, it's where it all began, and I guess it's a film that I don't think a lot of people maybe have seen, and I'm very proud of it.
If I could insist on a double bill, because I'd love them to see Firebrand, which is obviously why we're here. And I think Alicia's answer is brilliant, because to watch her first film and then watch her in this, it gives you that sense also of the journey of an actor, you know, that you can, how far you come and how different you can be from you know, the roles you're given when you're younger. I would probably choose Ripley, Talented Mr. Ripley, because I was, you know, 20-something and young and bright-eyed.
I even texted you, because I watched it on Netflix just a few weeks ago, and I was like, fuck, you're so good in it.
Anthony Minghella is this brilliant filmmaker.
Yeah.
And to go from that and then look at Firebrand, and I mean, that's the wonderful thing, I think, about our work, is that you get to, the older you get, you're playing characters who are matching your age, and so you get to go a little deeper, maybe into someone who's lived a little more and experiencing a little more.
So do you think Henry VIII was a serial killer or just an asshole?
Both. He wasn't just responsible for the deaths of 2 of his wives, but you could probably add 30-odd thousand people to that, given the number of people that were executed under his reign. And I think, you know, the arsehole aspect is probably because of the way he was brought up and the power that was put upon him from a young boy, you know, this sense of answering only to God, that your will is the way of God, you know, is insane. He used it brutally and treated people appallingly because of it.
I'm curious for both of you. Like I said, I'm a fan of your work. I'm fascinated by how actors get ready for a role and to deliver performances. So for both of you, for Firebrand, when you know you're getting ready to film, say on a Monday in 5 weeks, like how are you actually getting ready for the month leading up to production?
I mean, at the start, it's a job that is that you do yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of hours that you spend at home, you know, with the script, with your lines, with obviously for this film we had a lot of history books that we could get inspiration from, references. We shared whatever we had between us. Then we started rehearsals a few weeks before.
It's like you moving in slowly from the outskirts of, you know, other people's ideas or thoughts and history and details of and accuracies of maybe the period that you're setting your character's set in or the story is set in, and slowly you end up just being also then just two or three people in a room saying, how are we going to do this? So you want to know as much as you can. But my fondest memories actually, because we both did a lot of reading, a lot of prep, talking to historians, talking to people who could, you know, tell us how to wear the clothes or how they would have eaten and where they would have sat in rooms because there wasn't much furniture. But then in the end, it was, my fondest memories are just the two of us with Karim, our director, just looking at a scene going, okay, what do we want to do? How do we do this? How do we, and then it becomes almost like play. Then it's, well, you could start there or I'll be here and let's try that. And that doesn't work. Let's try this. And you're looking for truth.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the work that you do before, like you said, that's just something that you gather. And the more time you have, or the more time you spend, you know, digging in that, it just naturally finds its place somewhere within your body. But then, you know, you are going to try and find a real human being inside of these imagined characters. And I think when we get to the point which, you know, you mentioned, that's when I feel like it actually starts to happen. Because it's almost like, then I also have a thing of like, I have all these ideas and thoughts of what I want to do, but then everything kind of goes out the door at the second because I just don't know what's going to happen as soon as we try it out.
I'm curious for both of you. So you see the shooting schedule. Was there a day you had circled in terms of, I cannot wait to film this, or how the F are we going to film this?
I do that. Do you know that? sometimes I put like 3 stars on scenes.
Like a good day.
No, like scenes that I'm like nervous for, or like I know.
That makes
it's
sense. Yeah.
You have like the 3-star. Yeah, because when you also you're going into a very intense shoot and you never have enough time really, you feel like, and so I do it sometimes to know, is this a week when I'm gonna have 3 stars?
Yeah.
So no, of course there's scenes that will have or should have a certain kind of emotional impact or in the film, or a pivotal kind of plot change, or so I think without me wanting to think too much ahead of it, I can't help but like prepping myself obviously for those days.
And prep is the word. You definitely know what's coming up. You have to, and gear yourself up for it. If it's a day when it's hugely emotional, that starts the minute you wake up.
Yeah.
It may even start the night before, because you're thinking about, okay, I've got to get into this headspace and potentially stay in it emotionally for the day, for the duration of the day. So you sort of plan everything from what you eat, or what you listen to, or what you watch, or how you talk to people, or avoid everyone because you're thinking, I've got to stay in this zone.
And then I always want to just fall asleep as soon as
When you
feel like, oh, okay, I think we got this in.
Yeah.
And then I just want to go and rest.
It's so true. There's a sort of euphoric sense of achievement.
Yeah.
And release.
Yeah,
and then
because
absolute
you've carried a lot of stress.
exhaustion.
Yeah.